So if you are here, then you already know the handstand balance. You've gotten efficient at them, or you've gotten proficient enough with the handstand kind of balance, and you already know how to fall out, which are really important steps for this tutorial on how to kick up to handstand. If you don't have those, you're gonna just be cutting your progress by massively, pretty much. We wanna know exactly what we're getting into. So the kick up, a lot of people mistake as, oh, I'm throwing or tossing my whole entire body weight over, and then I land it somehow magically. I land at the point that I want to land to. It's just going to happen if I do enough attempts. It will, but it's just going to be a lot of attempts. So we want to make sure that we cut that number down as much as we can. So with the handstand kick up, I want you to imagine that you are in a handstand, right? And I want you to imagine your fingers as a wall. That wall is very fragile. It can break if you put too much force into it. That's how most people end up overshooting, because their fingers can't maintain that pressure. You've put way too much force and you've shot all the way over there. Or if you haven't shot up enough, there's going to be something that you haven't done I can't say that word, positionally wise, to not be able to get up. Is that a real word? I don't know. Now that we're aware of the finger wall, there's going to be 3 different things that kind of make or break the kick up. The first one is going to be our kicking leg. And I don't mean the leg that's on the ground kicking us off. I mean this leg that's in the air that's poking up. It's very important that this leg plays its role. It's important that it doesn't go round as well to the kick up point, because as I said, this is a wall. If we're going round, we're crashing into that wall. So this wall can only take so much force. However, if we're going up, if you think about it this way, instead of round, it's going up and stretching up, shooting up, hardly any pressure on our wall. If we do it perfectly, we've got no pressure on our wall. All that pressure is going out. So we can kick as hard as we want. We don't need to measure anymore. We don't need to measure that force. We can just shoot up. I'm going to show you this. So the first one is going to be me kicking around. And I can balance it, but that was just for dramatic effect. Second one is going to be me shooting up. So much force just went out up top, and I didn't need to control it. I didn't need to do anything. The only reason this fails is if you don't intentionally kick up, or if you mess up with your intention. Second thing that we need to make sure is working is, I'm already pointing there, is the core. So if I don't have the core somewhat engaged, my body or the rest won't follow up. So I can try all I want to kick up, but you can see my body doesn't follow. It's loose like jelly. So that core needs to be engaged from the start so that I am nice and solid kicking up. The last thing, and this is what so many people struggle with, is the kind of shoulder or the kind of whole upper torso, like how that is kind of positioned. You see here, I am set in position. This is the perfect position to go into a handstand. Too many people set back like this, but it's really important that we don't set back like this. If we set back like that, we're leaning forwards. We're setting ourselves up to go forwards. In the handstand kick up, we want our direction not to go like this, opening up the chest, this direction. We want our direction to be going this way. So we're pushing the ground away from us. We're not pulling towards, we're pushing away and kind of rounding ourselves over our shoulders. So how that looks is this way, rounding ourselves over our shoulders. And we go into a nice and easy handstand kick up, hardly having to balance it out. Okay, so what I'd recommend is getting really familiar with this kind of arching style. So it's kind of, I think it's called like cat pose or something like that, cat stretch, whatever it's called, looking up and then rounding into position, rounding over the shoulders. Even give yourself a little bit of a shoulder lean over the hands. Then step up and have that same movement pattern. Some little tips that can help you. If you have like a little marker, because I know it can be hard to directly kick up into position, but if you have a little marker, you can imagine yourself kicking up above that mark. You're stretching up tall above that mark, and make sure that you're stretching tall with the whole entire body, because that applies tension and keeps it there when you're in the handstand. If I'm not stretching, then I'm most likely going to be loose, or I have to focus on core, hips, shoulders separately. However, if I just stretch up tall, all of those engage. So that has been the kick up to handstand. As said before, there are video links to the videos before that, that being the handstand fallout and the handstand balance videos. So those videos are very important in the initial stage to get before this handstand kick up. So if you want to check out those, feel free to. Also, if you do want a little bit of one-to-one support, then just click the link in the description and fill out the form.